This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP network.
This is episode 626 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast for August 27th, 2024. This is not a Disney episode, so I shall not refer to what was like 626, but yes.
We will allow Stitch.
I won't.
You don't
It is
count.
episode 626. Oh, so those other people talking. I'm Michelle. We got Lee.
Hello, everyone.
We got Tracy.
Hello.
And we have no Chris.
I wasn't sure how to say he wasn't on last time because I can't remember whether we announced on the show what was going on with them two. Did we?
Yeah.
We did.
We talked about Baby Z.
Did we? I couldn't remember. Oh well. He's at the hospital. Look, everything's all right, by the way, people. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah. No baby yet. It's just that, pre...
I mean, there might be.
We don't know. We are recording.
Yeah, we're recording this a week early.
So there could be.
Yeah, there might be.
There shouldn't be,
No.
but there could be.
True that. Well, either way, he is super preoccupied, either nesting or, getting ready for a baby or at doctor's appointment. So
Yeah.
we will let it slide
Absolutely.
this time.
But he might be missing for a few weeks, so there'll be a few Producers Club spots coming up. So as we said last week, I'm hoping by next week we should be able to fully announce the Producers Club moving forward. So if you are interested, keep an eye out and then keep an eye on the socials and then listen to the podcast next week because we should be able to announce it.
Yeah. Just realised.
Yay!
So Chris is first paternity leave.
Yeah,
He will be the only.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, if he's not, Lee's in trouble.
You're in trouble.
I mean, if
Well, no, because I don't have paternity leave.
Anyway.
if I get knocked up, well, I'm in real trouble. So...
Oh, Nancy. Anyway, let's not go down that route.
All right. Well, anyway, let's jump into this because this is one of my most anticipated episodes every single year. Back when I was just a listener, and now even more so that I'm a host. I love hype list episodes.
Yes.
Love them. Specifically, HHN hype lists.
And even though we're not going this year, we still wanted to be involved because we don't even know whether Chris is going to get there this year, to be fair.
No.
But as I've said, we're going to do our hype list and then we're just going to watch all the YouTube videos of the house walkthroughs and do it through that way so we can still be part of it.
Are we doing like this, what we just heard from the little bits of blurb, this hype list? Then are we going to do a mid-season
No.
hype list?
No.
Oh, God.
No.
Nice to see how they change. I'll just do my own then.
We didn't get to see how they changed last time.
We were there.
Yeah,
We
but
usually
opening
chat
weekend.
about it like midway. We don't necessarily do like a full hype list, but we
Yeah.
will chat about
Good.
how things are
Yeah,
going.
it's going to be an interesting one this year as well because potentially, Michelle, you're the only one of the four of us that may get there this year,
I know. That's kind of crazy.
which is weird.
okay.
It is.
I'll take one for the team.
Of course you will. I'm more excited to find out.
Get it.
We will get to this bloody hype list. I'm more excited to find out how your next weekend goes. Or this weekend coming. That premium Scream Night is what because they are still pushing those tickets desperately. So I don't think they've sold many.
I've got a couple of clients going. I've got a Shelby's going from Taste of
course she
Universal,
is.
so that's cool. We're all kind of the same mindset. Like we're super hopeful and perfectly fine with paying that premium price if they do what they say they're going to do.
Yeah.
So we will definitely be tough critics, and I'm rooting for them. Like I really want them. I want them to succeed.
Yeah.
1,000%. So, but I will also be very honest about my experience.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been weird this week seeing pictures from inside the houses already with the 3 house Unmasking the Horror tour already being available. And that's like, I can look at them because I'm not going, so I don't care.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it looks quite
Yeah.
good.
No, I wouldn't want to do an Unmasking the Horror tour before going through the house.
Yeah. I think when we came over in 2019, Tracy and I went on the Thursday night, and then we did the Unmasking the Horror Tour on the Friday morning. I think that worked out really well because Graveyard Games went from one that I was, after going through it once on the Thursday night, to going through it again after doing the Unmasking the Horror Tour. It jumped up about 6 places because of doing that tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want to know where like all the boo holes and everything are before I've ever even gone through it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm really hoping they stick to their word about pulsing us through the houses during this event.
As I say, I don't think they've sold many tickets, so I think you will get exactly what you want.
I hope so. I can't wait. So excited. So stay tuned for that. But until then, let's go ahead and do our hype lists because the event, like you said, is like 10 days away. So
when we're recording this, it's 10 days away. When this comes out, we're about 3 days away.
True that. Yep. Okay, cool. So you've probably already listened to my hype list on Rush of Fear. At least
I haven't. I purposefully didn't listen.
Well, our listeners, let's hope that you guys have listened to Rush of Fear because we want you to listen. But so that is why I am hosting this episode because mine should not be a super big surprise to our listeners. But we're going to do it a little bit differently here. We're actually going to go through each house and each one of us will just tell everybody where it is on their list. Yeah. So, all right, well, let's get started. So let's kick it off strong with Slaughter Cinema 2. So the little blurb about that, get ready for the final cut. It's time for another horror movie marathon at the Cary Drive-In. Scream through scenes from creature features, grindhouse gore, and more. All right. So let's start off with Lee. Where do you have this on your list?
So I have this at number 6.
Wow.
So I've already gone through my hype list with Kelly, funnily enough, from Taste of Universal. We did our hype list together over the weekend. And unlike you, Michelle, I don't know. Michelle, did you go through Slaughter Cinema?
I did, but eyes closed.
Okay. So I know why a lot of people will have this one high on their list because of how much people loved that first iteration. But having never been through it, I obviously don't have that connection to it.
That's true.
So it sounds pretty cool, but for me, there's ones that have the potential to be better, in my opinion.
Gotcha. Okay. This would 100% be right up your alley.
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, it would. So I think that if you were able to see it in person, it would probably jump really high up.
Well, we will see it in person on the telly.
On the telly, yeah.
On the telly. Chris actually has this as his number 1.
And I think that goes to exactly what I've just said. I think anyone that's gone through the original will have this very, very high up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he has spoken very highly of this. Is this his number 1, like, all time? Or
I don't know.
Because I know he has spoken big of this one.
I'm not sure, actually.
Then.
Chris is usually weird. It'll be some random weird house that's his number 1 of all time, but like Depths of Fear or some random.
Hey, don't knock Depths of Fear. All right, Tracy, where do you have Slaughter Cinema 2?
I've got this at number 3.
Wow.
Because there was the reviews that we heard about the first one. It just, all I think is they're going to go in and recreate all of that plus more from what you've learned, because every time you do something new, you learn from the last iteration. So I think it can only hopefully get better.
I mean, I will give praise for the first one because it did give me the spawn of my Yeti house. That's where the Yeti came from.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually got this currently at number 5, or like right in the middle.
I'd have called it.
Did you?
Yeah, I've looked at number 5.
Okay. Again, I'm kind of like you, Lee, and then I didn't really pay much attention to the first one, and I wish that I had. So I'm excited to be able to go through a similar one this time with my eyes open and enjoying it more. However, because of the stance that I'm in right now, like that's where it is. But I do think it's going to climb higher.
Okay.
And there are some other ones currently that I'm a little bit more excited about. So that one fell right in the middle for me.
Yeah. Apart from Chris, which isn't a surprise, I'm surprised you had it as high as you did.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. So moving on to the next one, we have Goblin's Feast. They'll feast on your flesh. Enter a goblin village where a feast is being prepared for goblins. Orcs, hobgoblins. What's the difference between a goblin and a hobgoblin?
Tracy?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know
know.
we're
That was a
both
good
looking
question
at.
for you.
Not actually, because this isn't stuff I'm really...
We both stopped and looked at Tracy. Hobgoblins and witches, and you're the main course. And Chris has this at his number 3.
Okay.
All right, Tracy, what do you have this one at?
I'm probably making a big mistake with this one.
I think you might have this where I have it.
I've got this at number 9.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because I've been caught by these before, the ones that speak to me with the blurb have then let me down very badly. So now I just go, oh, okay then. We'll see.
The thing is, this is what these hype lists are all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, look at where... I think you and I both had Blood Moon at our number 10 last year.
Yeah,
And it was
like
I think it was my number 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you just never know.
Yep, that's very true. Lee, what do you have this one at?
I was close to Tracy. I've got this at number 10.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it gives me Spirits of the Coven vibes from...
Yes.
2022, and that was a horrible house. And I listened to the Discover Universal podcast, like that anthology story thing that they did, and that didn't move the needle at all for me. So it doesn't speak to me at all.
Yeah, I have it at number 9 as well. And kind of like a combination between you and Tracy, because I too, for some reason, get the Spirit of the Coven vibe from it, and I don't know why. Because I guess it does mention witches, but
Also,
and then
the
also
feasting
like
on you as well. That's kind of what Spirits of the Coven was about, wasn't it? Them using you, and it's kind of the same premise.
correct, and they failed miserably.
Oh, they really did.
Yeah.
Like the premise, like the description, I thought was amazing, and I believe I had it probably at number 1 in my
Yes, you
hype
did.
list, and it was terrible.
Yeah, I had that quite
So-
high up.
Yeah, it was awful.
It was so bad.
It was. Like, the first couple of rooms were okay, and then it was just like, what's going on now?
Yeah. I mean, there were like some cool elements when you got down into like the cellars, like some of the glow light stuff was kind of cool and everything, but I don't know, just the storyline lost. It was totally lost on me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Chris has it up there though. He's
Yeah.
got it up pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've just
we'll
looked
see.
up. Goblins are often depicted as evil, malicious, and grotesque creatures, while hobgoblins are more known for being mischievous.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
So there you go.
You learn something new every day.
Yes, you do.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, Tracy, you want to tell us about the next house?
Yes, Major Sweet's Candy Factory. They've got a killer sweet tooth. You're chaperoning a field trip to a candy factory when the free samples transform the kids into candy-coated killers.
There's a lot of alliteration in there.
Yes. Yeah.
Tracy, so where do you have this one on your hype list?
I actually have this at number 10.
Okay.
Oh,
I enjoyed the scare zone. I'm not sure it would translate into an actual house. I don't know. It hasn't got me fired up. I'm sure that'll change. I'm sure this is probably going to be, if I was there, this is probably going to end up the one that would be my number 1.
The interesting thing is we're going to be able to really judge these houses because we're going to be detached from the experience and actually watching them.
yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just that blurb doesn't do it.
I mean, it doesn't,
Justice.
to be fair.
Yeah, it's just not grabbed me, that one.
Yeah, I have that one as number 7. So mine's also
Okay.
lower on the list, kind of for the same reason. Like it seems like it might be the comedy house, which aren't usually my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be cool. I do like the idea that it might have a lot of scents in it,
Yes.
Yeah.
which I do like a house that uses smell. So that could be cool. But yeah, number 7. So Lee, where do you have it?
I've got this, again, Tracy and I are very close. I have this at number 9. I too enjoyed the scare zone a lot, but I think
You did get a jump scare in there.
I think it works better as a scare zone than it would do as a house. And it kind of feels like Trick or Treat that we're doing. I think they did a Trick or Treat house, didn't they? And this feels like it's kind of going to be like that. And I think the Trick or Treat scare zone was in Central Park, which I think probably would have been better if they'd have done it somewhere more open. And again, I think Trick or Treat would have worked better as a scare zone than it did as a house. It just, I don't know. I also listened to the Discover Universal podcast with their like anthology story on there, and again, it didn't move the needle for me at all.
I still need to listen to those. Maybe that'll be what I do on my flight.
I don't think they're as good as previous years.
Yeah, I think I've heard you. I think you've said that.
Yeah.
And Chris is at number 7.
So we're all around about the same place.
Low expectations.
Yeah. Yes, and watch it like kick everybody else's ass. It's going to be like the best one.
Probably.
We're expecting the sugar-free version.
Bum.
Da-da-da. That's funny. Okay, so moving on. Ooh, I'm interested to see where you guys have this one. Okay, we have the museum, deadly exhibits. This relic will leave you in ruins. A folklore museum's newest exhibit, The Rotting Stone, has released an evil spirit that decays everything, and it's coming for you.
And the facade for this looks awesome. I've seen pictures of it. It looks pretty cool. I think we saw it the other day, Tracy, because you were like, isn't that where Nightingale's was?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
So aren't they like doing little hints and stuff over at the Mummy?
Yes.
What is it, at the Mummy store?
Oh, is that what they're doing there?
Yeah, for the tribute store as well. Seth mentioned it on Little Things last week.
I'm trying to think we said there was in there.
I don't think he did specifically. I think he said they were just hinting at things for the tribute store.
Oh, it's something I read online.
Maybe.
I can't remember.
Maddie for Rush has been going there every few days and taking pictures of all of the updated details, and she's been taking like close-up pictures of some of the words and letters and things that are in that exhibit. And it's, if you read that stuff, it is very foretelling of like the house, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so go check out our Instagram for that, and you'll see like all of the little details that have already been posted, and they're like putting up more and more. So it's kind of cool. So Chris has this one at number 4.
Okay.
Which is pretty high up.
It is.
Tracy, where do you have it?
Well, I have just completely rejigged my list.
You can't do that.
No, I did, because I did have doubts about 2, and then I've just also had a doubt about this one as well.
Okay.
So I've just bumped it up because I don't know why I had it as low as I did. I've now got it at number 5.
Okay.
Because I do love stuff like this, but again, I'm just treading carefully because I've been stung before.
Right.
But it does sound like it should be right up my alley. It feels like it should be one of the showcase ones, like Blood Moon.
Yeah.
It feels like this should be that type. But I suspect another one will be.
Okay.
Okay. Lee, where do you have it?
I've got this in the same place Chris has it. I have this at number 4 also. When this was announced, it was my number 1.
Okay.
Because it gives me, and I so wish they would do one at some point. It gave me Black Mirror vibes for some reason. Michelle, I don't know whether you ever watched Black Mirror.
I have seen Black Mirror.
So
it's been a while.
The Black Museum episode, I don't know why, but it gave me vibes of that, and I would love to see them do a Black Mirror house at some point. And just because of that, it kind of piqued my interest. But then just having like a dark museum, which I don't think they've ever done anything like this at Horror Nights before. I can't think of anything that's kind of museum-y based that they've done previously.
So no, I can't either. Kenneth would know.
Yeah. Chris probably would if he was here as well. But yeah, I don't think they've ever done anything like this, and I think it could be... I'm not sure where the scares are going to come from, because it doesn't give you a lot of information. An evil spirit, but where the actual... like what the scare actors in the house are going to be, but it has, for me, a lot of potential.
Right, so like our inanimate objects going to come to life because of this evil spirit, and those are going to be the scares.
Because I'm kind of thinking that was it.
You could have air blasts in this as well.
The initial or the second Horror Nights sort of promo video they put out with that big blob hanging down behind the doors, I'm expecting to see that in here.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I also have this at number 4. That's funny.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
We're all very, very in sync with that one.
I'm expecting this one is going to be, it like decays as more and more as you go through it. And
yeah,
I hope they make it like a stinky one as well then.
It's with it being called the Rotting Stone, I would like to think so.
I just think it's going to be super cool, and I think that they're going to have really cool, unique scares in this one, because I really like the idea of not knowing when something is static versus it's going to all of a sudden spook me. And I think that this probably is going to have a lot of that. And do you guys remember in... Gosh, what was it? Puppet theater?
We didn't do puppet.
Or was it
devastated? I didn't do puppet theater.
Or was it last year during? I can't think of the name of it. There was that one scare where it looked like it was a mirror that we were walking past, and then all of a sudden, like a scare actor would jump out from it. What was that? Was that the Jack's house? What was that called?
Jack's house.
Why can I not think of it? You know, the circus one.
Oh, Dr. Oddfellow's, whatever it was called. I don't...
Yeah.
Maybe.
Was it in that one?
Maybe.
Like in the makeup room?
What? Yes.
I have no idea. I think I walk through these houses with my eyes closed, because people talk, what about this? And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
So it did it there, and then that same sort of scare was in Puppet Theater. And even though I knew it was there, it got me every dang time. And then I would just laugh hysterically afterwards because it was so freaking cool. Because then you're like, you look back at it and you're like, how did that happen? Like, I don't understand. And so I love that kind of stuff. And I think this house is going to have that.
Okay. So I think there is a house in this list that is going to be very unique this year. We will get onto it.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay. Moving forward, Lee.
Yes, we have Triplets of Terror. The party's over, and so are you. You're invited to the Barmy Triplets. Barmy's a very British word, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You are invited to the Barmy Triplets birthday celebration, but their kind of party involves recreating the murders of their entire family.
Did you copy-paste this?
Yes.
Barmy's a capital B. That is a name.
Oh. Yes, Chris has this at number 5.
Wow.
So yeah, middle of the table.
Okay. I have this one at number 8.
Interesting.
Yeah. This is the one I think I just don't know what to expect. Like, I know we had a discussion before. Is it the triplets?
Oh, yes.
Recreating, like, are they a family of murderers? And they're celebrating like all of the murders that their family has made over the, or are these triplets murdering their own family?
Yeah, the wording's very ambiguous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is giving me kind of Tooth Fairy vibes almost with like the children. Although I guess it just says triplets. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're kids.
I think if you look at the artwork for it, they seem quite grown up.
Okay. So I don't know. It just seems, I don't know what to expect about this one.
Yeah. I mean, I've
about
shared
you,
with you
Tracy?
I just dropped this down because I needed to just move the museum up. But I've got this at number 6.
Number 6?
It was at number 5, and I'm still not sure I've made the right decision there.
Okay.
But I love stuff like this anyway. These are the sorts of stories that I like to read about, because I don't remember a few weeks ago I shared with everybody about the kids, the Victorian kids who had, it was Halloween, and...
Oh yeah, you were talking about it on the show, and you said
they decapitated the mother, and they were stored.
I think we were talking about this house,
and
weren't we?
it's very giving of that, and it's that'll be where I got it from. So it's kind of like, if this is done right, this could be quite spectacular. This could be like, if done right, the runaway success of it.
Okay.
Because this could be...
You think it's going to be really bloody and gory?
It could be. It could be quite disturbing. But they are dialing all of that back, I feel, which is a shame, because I would like to see them do a...
Yeah, it's definitely not as gory as it used to be.
Yeah.
And Lee, where do you have it?
I also have this at number 8.
Okay. And
It
why?
just sounds like a super generic Halloween Horror Nights house, quite honestly, to me. It gives me Rob Zombie, like House of a Thousand Corpses, Three from Hell, Devil's Rejects vibes. It also gives me Last House at
On the left.
On the left, yeah, Last House on the left. But I'm sure there's not going to be a scene where someone's going to be biting someone's appendage off in this house.
I was gonna say, but I can't see a problem with anything you're saying there.
I don't know. It's with 33 years into Halloween Horror Nights at this point, and I want to see them go beyond what they've done for 33 years. It's become... Still isn't the right word, but it's like we know from going through houses with Julie Zimmerman, who'd never set foot in a Halloween Horror Nights
Predictable is the word
for
you're
nearly
looking for.
20 years, and pointed out every boo hole walking through. And for people who go, look, I still love it, but if you go as often as a lot of people do, the house layouts don't really change every year.
No.
So I want to see them do something different. I've talked about it on here when we went through The Purge, that they had the stooge that dropped out in the middle of it. I've never seen them do that since. And I just want to see them be a little more creative, not necessarily with the themes, but just with the houses overall. And again, I think there is one this year that's going to step into that. But this one, it doesn't grab me at all.
Okay.
It could be another Blood Moon. It could be, to be quite honest. But it also could be another Spirits of the Coven.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. You're not necessarily being negative. You just, after all this time, you want them to just step it up a little, change it up a little bit.
If you go all the time,
because it's very
thing,
samey.
Like, I'm doing the same thing, but just the theme's different.
Look at us. We walk through, and it's we all dead inside.
Not all of us,
and it's.
I still scream.
Oh, I know. I know.
And I love it. I mean, last year I did get a couple of genuine jump scares, and I loved that because I haven't had that in years. So, yeah.
I worry with this one. I think this is why one of the reasons why it's so low in my list too is because in my head I see a lot of static scenes that aren't with active scare actors. So like there were scenes in Blood. There were actually a lot of scenes in Blood Moon where there was like no scare actors. It was just like sets that you could tell were super fake.
Yeah.
Although they were like, ew, but it was still really super fake. So I worry that this is going to have just a lot of like, obviously like
plastic figures.
Plastic, mannequins that were murdered, and you can tell that that's not real, as opposed to like some of the really cool murder scenes that they have done in the past, like with the Yeti with the arm, going through the person, things like that. Like if they can actually make it where it's an active scene as opposed to static, then that would be cool. But
so
I don't have high expectations.
Tracy, for example, like you can have passive scenes like that, but still make them active. So the spine rip in Body Collector's Recollections.
God.
So static figure, like a scare actor with a static figure laid out on a hospital gurney, but like physically pulling the spine out. Oh my God, I love that scene so much.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So it doesn't necessarily, you could get away with having those mannequins, but just having moving parts to it. So it's not just someone stood like pretending to stab a knife in the back or something like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
And you're right. When you say that, it does feel like it has the potential to be very much that type of house.
Yeah. I hope not, but
yeah,
we shall see. All right, let's take a quick break and hear from our sponsor, Portkey Vacations.
I wish to go to Scotland.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Where can our vacation wizards take you? Just tap the Portkey at portkeyvacations.com and let the magic begin. Welcome back. Tracy, take us into the next house.
Okay, we are on. I'd love Lee for this one. Monstrous, the monsters of Latin America. Tres monstros, una pesadilla. I assume.
Good job.
I don't speak Spanish.
Where's Chris when you need him?
I know. I forgot. Michelle told me how to pronounce this one. I forgot, Michelle. What did you say? 10
cuidado.
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 10 quid.
Cuidado. It might have, yeah.
10 cuidado. With La Muerta as your guide, try to survive the night with 3 terrifying legends. This is the one that's given me
nightmares.
a headache. I've just Googled it. It said Tlahuelpuchi.
There you go.
Sounds good to me.
If that's wrong, blame Gucci. That was terrible. Chris, come back. La Lechuza and El Cibon.
Good job.
Maybe.
I'm tired now. I need a nap.
It sounded good.
Spanish with a British accent is quite funny.
With a northern British accent.
It's very similar to French with an American accent.
Yeah.
I am very surprised where Chris has this on his list, by the way.
Chris has this at number 9.
That's crazy.
Unless he couldn't pronounce them either, and that's why.
So I'm going to bring up why I'm so surprised Chris has this at his number 9 when I get onto where I've got it.
Okay. Lee, go ahead. Tell us where it is on yours.
So I have this at number 2.
Wow.
Because of how much I loved Chupacabra.
Okay.
And so effectively you're giving me a house 3 times better than Chupacabra should be. And I know how much Chris loved Chupacabra as well, which is why it surprises me so much that he has it that low down.
But number 2?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, you did like Chupacabra.
It was phenomenal. I know you hated it, Michelle, which I'm quite interested to see where you've got this one on your list. That whole theme of that house, that like whole Spanish little village was amazing, and I expect this to be very, very similar. I kind of feel like this is a sequel of sort to Chupacabra, to be fair, and it's what's not to like about it then? If you like the original, then there's nothing to not, as far as a hype list goes, to not put this in a similar vein as that. And we watched a walkthrough of this house in Hollywood last year. And obviously, we know Orlando and Hollywood houses are very different. As a rule, the Orlando houses, especially the original ones, generally are better than Hollywood. And Hollywood's look pretty decent, to be fair. So I genuinely expect this to be quite high on my final list as well.
Okay.
Well, since you asked where I have it on mine, it is number 6 for me.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's kind of leaning into where you had Chupacabra as well, so that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not looking forward to it, because actually, speaking of the Hollywood version of this, those characters, if their likeness is the same here, those characters looked really freaking cool, and pretty dang big, which would be awesome.
Yeah, did you watch the walkthrough at Hollywood last year at all, Michelle?
I didn't watch the walkthrough. I've just seen pictures.
Yes, the final witchy thing at the end was massive.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like about Chupacabra really was like the Chupacabra itself was.
I mean, American Werewolf
looked like a stuffed
American Werewolf in Mexico.
A stuffed animal.
It's Chris's fault, because all I can see now is what's he called out of Rick and Morty? Squanch. Chris was like, oh my god, it's Squanch, and ever since that I was like, oh, it really does look like Squanch. Yeah,
it wasn't like, I don't know, every time I saw the Chupacabra, I felt like a toddler was like, had its little pet tiger and was like, rrr. It just was not like, it didn't translate for me.
It's weird, especially if you look at the images that came out. I think it was one of the shirts last year had the a silhouette of the Chupacabra on it, and it didn't look anything like.
No.
So I was convinced that they'd repurposed the American Werewolf in London Werewolves, and I was told by someone they weren't, that they were brand new, and I'm like, no, they're the American Werewolf in London puppets without a doubt. But anyway.
That's funny. Tracy, where do you have this one?
I've got this at number 1.
Really? You haven't got Wow.
There's never been any doubt.
I am surprised.
This has been my number 1 since I first heard about it, because love Chupacabra. Again, it's gonna give those vibes. It's gonna give Blood Moon vibes. like you say, what's better than one monster? 3 monsters.
Exactly.
And I love the Latin American folklore.
Yeah.
It's so rich, and this is why they keep using it, because there are so many stories. And do you know what? Yes, a lot of these things are like the TV shows, all the mysteries and stuff. It's all like salacious crap, but those stories are quite terrifying at times when you hear these eyewitness, she says, doing the finger quotes, eyewitness accounts and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I'm all over stuff like this.
It's like when you start looking at some of the other stuff they could mine, there's like all the weird animals out in Australia.
No, they're called kangaroos and wombats.
Right. But then like the skinwalkers and stuff. There's so much stuff they could mine like that.
I'll tell you what though, skinwalkers, I was always like,
because we watched
come
that
on,
thing, didn't we?
And it's like, but the more you hear about it, the more you start going, hang on a minute.
I'm
That makes
surprised
sense.
they haven't mined more sort of folklore and stuff at Horror Nights for
There's
original
so
houses.
much,
I'd love to see
material.
them do a Jack the Ripper house.
Oh, I'd love that.
And it's got to be public domain at this point, surely.
Well, you'd think so. It's a couple 100 years, so...
Can you imagine a house like themed to the dark back streets of like 19...
Whitechapel.
I don't know what year it was. I'm not going to say
it wasn't 19.
Like a tit. Even worse than 18. The 1800s London could be phenomenal. Or the Phantom Raspberry Blower from Old London Town.
Oh, that would love. Nobody.
Michelle's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
2% of our audience, if we're lucky, will know what that is. I'll send you a clip later, Michelle.
There's a comedy duo over here from like the 70s and 80s called the Two Ronnies, and they did their comedy sketch take on the Jack the Ripper, but it was the Phantom Raspberry Blower of Old London Town. So he'd jump out on people and just go. It was hilarious.
It was so funny.
I bet I would like that.
Oh,
I'll send a clip later.
Yeah, we're all over the place on that one then. You've got it at 1, I've got it at 2, Michelle at 6, and Chris at 9.
Yep.
Yeah.
We will see who's right in the end.
Yeah.
Because I've got it like in the middle. You guys have it real high up, and then Chris has it real low down. So
Chris, I'm surprised at, genuinely. Because like I say, we went through Chupacabra, me and him together quite a few times, and I know he loved it as much as I did. So for him to have this so low down.
He's got triplets higher than this.
Yes, exactly. I think he's got baby brain as well by the sounds of it.
I think so. All right, let's move on.
Everything higher than that, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, up next, we have A Quiet Place. Silence is survival. Make a sound and you won't last long. I wanted to say monstruous, but it's monstrous creatures will hunt you down as the world of the first 2 films comes to terrifying life. So let me first ask, have you both seen this movie or both of the movies?
So this is based on the first 2, so yes, we have.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And did you like the movies?
Yes.
They're okay. You're going to tell the story, aren't you?
I don't know. I don't know what the story is.
We had the best experience of going to see the first one in the cinema, right? So we went to the cinema to see the first one. And there was a woman sat next to us, and I swear to God, every time there was a jump scare, she flung her popcorn in the air and shouted, "The bed!" And she kept apologising every time, and Tracy and I were killing ourselves.
It was a comedy show. And she was holding my arm at one point, like screaming into my shoulder. You know, everything that would normally really annoy me, and I couldn't do anything but laugh.
She'd go, the bed, and then go, "I'm so sorry," and we're like, "No, it's not a problem at all."
It was the best experience.
It was brilliant.
That's freaking hilarious. Okay, that's my new phrase.
Yeah, I didn't think much of the second one, to be fair.
I wonder if she went to see the second one.
I mean, to be fair, I enjoyed the first one up till you see the creature, and then it kind of,
Yeah.
Okay. I love these movies.
Yeah.
All right. So, that being said, Tracy, where do you have this?
This is my number 2.
Really?
Yeah, I think if this is done well, it could be phenomenal, because it needs to be a silent house. They need to play it that way, the exact opposite to what everything else is. You've got to go through silently. That's how they need to play this, and I hope they do. But obviously, we've discussed it though. But if you go through silently,
you don't get the full experience.
You get through unscathed.
Yeah.
But it's that challenge, isn't it? Of everybody likes a challenge to get through, because there's going to be things you're going to see that are going to make you jump, and then when you do, and you make that noise, you've got to get more attention.
Well, and it's going to be like, this will be really interesting to do on the premiere Scream night when it's just me and Krista.
Yes.
Right? As opposed to in the conga line, because in the conga line, it's going to be impossible for you to be around enough people that are all going to be silent with you. So,
because you're always going to get the around you that just want to be basically.
Well, or I mean, even me, like I'm going to scream. I don't want to, but if something jumps out at me, I'm going to make a sound. You know.
I thought you were going to say, "Well, look at me. I'm a." But you didn't. So
what I would like.
I was going to say, "Look at me. I'm a screamer," but
There's a T-shirt.
Didn't know how that would go over. So
I mean, you did say it, and it's not getting edited out now either.
What I would like to say,
yes.
What I would like to see rather is light bulbs strung up.
Oh, you will do, guaranteed.
That stay white when you're quiet.
Okay.
And if somebody makes a noise, they turn red.
Okay, that'll be cool. Our truly interactive house.
Yeah, that's. I would love to have. I would love for it to be a. It's never ever going to happen with the amount of crowds. I would love for there to be solo houses. This would be the perfect solo house.
I say, like you said, Michelle, you and Chris are going to get the best experience through it, because you will potentially get to go through this house just you and her.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting like nervous thinking about it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that just gave me chills. It is going to be so impossible for Krista to not make noise, though.
Oh, she'll be a sullen teenager and just go through it with her arms folded and a gruff look on her face.
Not in a haunted house. Every other day of her life, but not during HHN. Okay, so I will go ahead and say that I've got this as my number one.
Wow.
For that exact same reason that Tracy said, that I think if they do it right with it being a truly like silent house, it's going to be creepy as hell. It's going to be so creepy. And then the monsters themselves, like once they come out, oh my God, those things are terrifying looking. And then hearing that little clicking sound that they make, like the creatures in The Last of Us.
Yes.
And try your best not to make a sound when they pop out at you. Oh, it's going to be so cool. Can't wait. Yeah. So it's my number one.
Wow.
Awesome.
And I love the movies. I haven't seen the third one yet, but I love I love the movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're okay.
So
I've been wanting to watch them again recently.
Okay.
I actually Audrey does not like to watch horror movies. So I forced her to watch this with me. And Nancy was actually in the room with me too. And they both literally put down their phones and watched the movie, which is like, we don't do that anymore, right? Like they were into it. And Audrey was like on the floor, like screaming at, like, why are you doing that? You know, they were into it. It was cool. So, all right, Lee, where do you have it?
I have this at number 5.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So I've alluded to already that there is a house on this list that has the potential to be very different from anything else that they've ever done, and this is it. But that's what makes me concerned about it. Me and Kelly from Taste of Universal went through our list together at the weekend, and we discussed this, and my reasoning was because if it's done right, it could potentially be the best house they have done for a very long time, because it is stepping out of the norms of a Halloween Horror Nights house. But by that same token, it could be terrible.
Yeah.
So I've put it in the middle because it has the potential to be amazing, but it also could fall if they don't do it correctly, or the people going through it don't play the game properly. As we've just said, it is a house that seems to be much better set up for small groups at a time, rather than a Halloween Horror Nights conga line. So it is... It's one of them I've put in the middle because it has the potential to drastically go one way or the other.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it's one of only a few houses on this list this year that I am genuinely gutted that I won't get to see, just because of how different it is from everything else they've done, that I would just want to experience it just to see something different.
Well, we're assuming it's different.
The way they've talked it up in that email that they sent out, like saying that it's going to have American Sign Language in it and stuff, they have set it up to be something very different. Whether it is or not remains to be seen.
Do you think it's going to be silent other than the clicking of the creatures?
I think it has to be.
Right?
How'd you do a quiet place house?
Yeah, you can't have noise.
Because one of the biggest things for a Halloween Horror Nights house is the sound design for it. And it's noisy and they are loud. This needs to be the opposite.
I wonder if you're going to go through spaces that are like within the supermarket and you're going to have like somebody just opening the crisp packet.
I want to see a waterfall in there. You know, when they go behind the waterfall. So you can get the chance to scream behind the waterfall and then carry on. That'll be Michelle. Where's the waterfall? Hurry up.
the back side of water.
We cannot have Disney references on here. Yeah, it has the potential to be number 1, but it also has the potential to be number 10 for me.
Yeah. That's
like, do you remember in Graveyard Games that sound tunnel that we went through?
Yes.
I was just going to say that would work. A few of those would work so well.
Yes. Because I think they've only ever used that once in that house and never done it again. And that was so good.
So creepy.
It was so good, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So Chris has it at number 8.
Of course he does, because he has no idea what he's doing.
Oh,
very low.
He's not here, so I can say what I like.
Like, has he seen the movie? Like, that's really low.
Don't know whether he... I think he has. They watch a lot of films together. I'm pretty sure he has.
Probably.
I'd message him, but he won't reply for 3 days. So
I told you he was drunk when he made his list, so...
Fair enough.
All right, Lee, tell us what we got next.
So next up we have Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. He'll chill you to the bone. An ancient artifact has released a chilling new entity, Garaka. He'll stop you cold. Only the Ghostbusters can help you from getting iced. That blurb is terrible, by the way. Chris has this at number 6.
Okay. I need to watch this movie again because I tried to watch it and was too distracted and have no idea what happened. So
it's not the most elaborate storyline of any film you'll ever watch, to be fair.
Well, what Maddie and Kenneth said was that I need to watch the previous one first, which was Ghostbusters
Afterlife.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
And I don't think I've seen that.
Really?
I really enjoyed that one.
I think you'll get a lot more out of Frozen Empire if you've seen Afterlife then. Because you obviously get introduced to a lot of the characters that are in Frozen Empire.
Yeah.
Through that first one.
Gotcha. Okay. Lee, where do you have this?
I've got this at number 7.
Okay.
I enjoyed the film. It was okay. I enjoyed Afterlife more, if I'm honest. As far as a Horror Nights house goes, the one that Tracy and I tend to watch a lot of horror films. Thinking of Halloween Horror Nights now, we're terrible because, like, oh my god, this is set up for a Horror Nights house.
Oh, yeah, it's constant.
Locations are a big thing. You get a horror film with a lot of different locations, then it works. And at least from my memory, and I've only seen it once when we went to cinema to see it, there wasn't an awful lot of different locations in this. And then as far as Garaka, he turns up for like 5 minutes at the end of the movie and that's it.
Which seems to be standard now.
You both know how I felt about the original Ghostbusters house at 2019. It felt like a knockoff Ghostbusters house.
It really did.
Yeah.
Which obviously makes me a little wary of this one. What I have said, they need the facility, Winston's research facility in the middle of it, and I need a scare actor playing James A. Caster in that. If we have that, I'll be happy because I love James A. Caster. But yeah, it's on the lower end of it, just because of the original one and because I don't think the movie was that great. It's not like I'm not super excited for it, basically.
Gotcha. How about you, Tracy?
This is also my number 7.
There we go.
for
Okay.
for more or less the same reasons Lee gave. I don't know. I don't think it was a strong enough movie to make a house.
There's not a lot of
out of-
ghosts in it, was there?
No, it was. I enjoyed it, but I was a bit disappointed. So
I'd have been interested
Yeah.
if they'd have done a Ghostbusters Afterlife stroke
yeah,
Frozen Empire. That would have worked.
yeah.
Well, from what I remember of the storyline, it seemed to be more about the girl trying to like figure life out,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
and she falls in love with a ghost.
I can't even
Right?
remember. I don't know whether they fall in love, but because she doesn't really have any friends, they become best friends and she's using her anyway.
Spoiler.
I think that's best friends with a wink, Lee.
Really? I guess
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gay, so I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Is it?
We have only seen it once.
So this is actually my number 10.
Yeah, I can see that. We've all got it fairly low.
Yeah, I didn't really like the first house either.
No.
And I don't know. I think Garaka could be really cool if they do like a giant Garaka, but
But I think you're only going to
I don't
see him once. That's the thing. Because it's just going to be the
Yeah.
finale of the house.
Every time I hear that name, though, I just think of the little plink plink tablets for hangovers.
Barocca. Yeah. Do you have them over in the US? It's like
I don't think so.
they're
No.
like a vitamin C hangover cure thing, aren't they?
Or just a vitamin C
is
drink.
that
You
what
don't
they
have to be
are?
hungover.
But they're like the commercials over here were plink plink fizz.
No, that was different.
Was it not? What was that?
was
Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer.
Anyway.
So what are they? They're like 4 hangovers.
Yeah, that's
People
what
use it
people
because
use.
it's vitamin C. It's a vitamin C
What's
drink.
that stuff you take
Just generic.
that Darren got you?
Oh, emergency.
Emergency. It's like that type of thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And they're called Barocca.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. Up next, Tracy. What do we have?
We have Insidious the Further. It's not the house that's haunted. You are.
Am I?
You are. We've heard it. Me and Michelle have heard
Well,
that a
your
couple
ass-
of times. That
your
demon's
ass
definitely
is.
coming out.
No one else knows what you're talking about at this point. The medic knows it.
Enter the Further as demons try to ensnare you. The red-faced demon will lure you into his lair. Keyface will unlock your fears. And more.
That's
my favourite line. And more.
Wow. That
That's
is
so
awful,
lazy.
isn't it? And this is I only got these off the Horror Nights website because I didn't want to go through like the whole blurb for it because we all know what the houses are, but that's awful, isn't it? And more.
That tells me they're not finished with that one.
Yeah. Tracy, where do you have this?
I'm just confused myself because I'm going.
Let's just start off where Chris has got this.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do that. Chris, where does Chris have it?
Chris has it at number 10.
Him and I will have words.
That's crazy.
Him and I will have words.
Does he not like the franchise?
I have no idea.
Wow. That's really low.
Very.
See, I told you he just threw his list together.
I'm going to message him and go, "Here, what the hell's going on with this list? You're done, mate. Don't bother coming back."
Did you just pull him out of a hat, bruh?
He did what
What's
Tracy
going
did in
on here?
Korea last year for us. Just went, just put up that one. There's
Yeah.
one. That one's 2. That one's 4. That one's 6.
I give it like a good
10,
30 seconds
that'll do.
work.
You should have heard. We were having, right, so just to pull the curtain back, me, Chris and Michelle were having the same conversation about you that me and Michelle are having about Chris right now last year.
I didn't want to think about my next holiday while I was in the middle of that holiday. So, I probably was drunk when I did that because
It'll probably been about 4 o'clock in the morning.
I think you were.
I probably.
Anyway,
yeah. So Chris has
So
got
where do
it
you
10.
put this?
I've got this at 4.
4?
Yeah. What? Why you look like that? I've only got a choice of 2 other numbers.
Jesus Christ.
What, are you expecting it to be higher?
Just get on with it.
Because it can't be, because there's 3 others that are higher.
Get on with it.
Um,
Why?
Why? Because they are higher?
Why is it number 4?
Because it couldn't be 1, 2 or 3.
Will you just spit it out?
I am.
You're not.
So do you like the films,
I love
Tracy?
the films. I really do love the films.
Well, the first 2.
Yeah, the first 2. And then it's kind of like a bit...
3's a bit 4's and 5's terrible.
Yeah, and it's kind of... That's my concern with this, is why it wasn't like 1, 2 or 3, is because the films have gone too far off the beaten track.
Aren't they making another one?
I think so. And then I'm worried that this house is going to be the same. Keyface didn't do it for me.
I don't even remember. I'll be honest, I don't actually remember much about the 4th one.
And I do feel like we've seen the red-faced demon enough.
No.
Not in person, though.
I
You
have.
need to see him.
We've seen him.
Well, I mean, I was there, but
That
I
was
didn't
your
see him.
first year, wasn't it?
Yeah. But no, I mean, number 4 is pretty healthy.
All right.
I'm interested to see where you've got it.
Yeah. Lee, where do
Give
you
me
have
on
it?
It is my number 1.
Woo! Wow.
What?
So
Those farts have got to your head.
I love the first 2 movies. They're in my top 3 horror movies of all time. And I do treat them both as one because they are effectively one film, and that's what I love.
Yeah. Because they do follow straight on.
Kelly is doing her Horror Nights prep at this point. She's only watched the first one, and I'm like, when you watch the second one, you will see the first one through a whole different set of eyes, because I love how, spoilers everyone, that parts of the second one take place in the middle of the first one. It's just so clever. And I'll be honest, I love Patrick Wilson. I'll watch him in anything. I think he's amazing. Just such a different take on a horror franchise. Like you say, it's not the house that's haunted, it's the kid. And it was so new when we watched that for the first time. I adore them, as we've said. Third one's a bit, 4th one's, I don't even remember it. And then the last one, The Red Door, was terrible. But also, this comes off the back of going through the Insidious house at Halloween Horror Nights 25, and that house was, I think, my number 3 that year. It was phenomenal.
Was that pool noodles?
Yes, pool noodles. I was convinced that the pool noodles were actually people's hands grabbing me. And it was Tyler, our tour guide, who went, no, they're just pool noodles. I mean, no, it was definitely someone grabbed my arm. Nope.
Was that the first house we ever saw that had, like, stairs?
Possibly.
Staircase.
That was where we met Kenneth for the first time.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he was texting me as we came out going, oh, Tracy got my half scare and you got my full scare.
That's right, yeah.
But I loved that house so much. It's probably in my top 5 Horror Nights houses of all time. And then the fact that they're just focusing on the further itself as well.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It has the potential to be amazing.
But you're just walking through a black space with a bit of fog on the floor and people randomly stood around.
I don't care.
Just like mannequins with like 2 scare actors in there.
Maybe.
I mean, that'd be a really cheap house for them to build.
Yeah.
It's very rare for me to have. I know I had The Last of Us last year as my number 1 on my hype list. Of course I was going to. Mm-hmm. But as a rule, it's rare for me to have an IP house as my number 1 on my hype list. Yeah. It's even rarer for it to be my actual number 1, so it will be interesting this year. But I adore Insidious. Mm-hmm. So just based off my previous experience with it as a house, plus my love of the films, I had to put this at number 1.
Wow. I'm surprised it's at your number 1 considering what the next house is. But I will say that I have Insidious as number 3.
Okay.
I also love the Insidious franchise. I love the Conjuring franchise more. So I wish that we were getting a Conjuring house. But Insidious, super cool. I like that it's almost kind of an amalgamation of an IP and an original because, like you said, it's not based on any of like the particular movies.
Yes.
It's just pulling from the storylines. Yeah. So I think that's kind of cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they create because, if they were saying that this was, Insidious, the Red Door, well, then I would kind of have an expectation of what I'm going to be walking through. But this I don't. So that's really cool. And the creatures, the demons are terrifying in this movie. So I think it's going to be a good one.
I remember the red-faced demon and Finn going like when 11. That was the one thing.
Yeah.
It's the way it moves along the wall. It scared the out.
Yeah.
And this was. It's funny. I was telling Kelly because she didn't know it was a thing. This was, at least in my memory, the first time they had a scare outside of the house.
That's the one that got me and Lon, because we absolutely shit our pants.
Because you exited that house onto the path that runs down the side of, it brings you out like round the corner from Men in Black. And they had all that tarp up and the gantry, and there was a red-faced demon like halfway down.
Yeah.
So good. So good. So
I love stuff like
Christopher,
that.
I know you won't be listening to this. Alexa, when you are listening to this, please punch Chris for me.
Wow, violence.
Not from me. She will.
Alexa enjoys it. It's okay.
She'll probably understand. She'll go, do you know
any
what?
excuse she has to beat him.
Absolutely.
We're good to go.
She can just blame the baby hormones. That's fine.
Wow.
Exactly. Awesome. All right. Last house. Here we go. We've got Universal Monsters, Eternal Bloodlines. All female, all fearless, all fatal. That was really stupid. Okay. Get caught in an epic battle as Saskia Van Helsing and the Bride of Frankenstein go up against Dracula's daughter and her monstrous mavens.
Interesting.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Chris actually has this as number 2.
That doesn't surprise me. What was his number 1 again?
Slaughter Cinema.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Chris has this as number 2. So that's an okay placement, I think.
Yeah. I know how much he's enjoyed the Monsters houses previous to this, so that sits about where I would expect him to have it.
I also have this as number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again,
so when the Monsters series first started, I wasn't that impressed by the original ones. And then they've just gotten better and better every year.
Agreed.
Yeah. So I have really high expectations for this one because they do keep getting better. If it doesn't get better, I'm going to be super disappointed. But the fact that it's all female is really freaking cool. And these are characters that I'm not really familiar with. And I just am excited to see what Universal does with these characters and with the storyline. So I feel like I'm walking into a whole new story that I know nothing about. And I don't know. It's just going to be cool, I think.
Yeah, because this is, other than the Bride of Frankenstein, they haven't really focused on the female characters at all.
No.
I didn't even know Dracula had a daughter.
I mean, I don't know how that happens, to be fair.
No.
But anyway, I don't think we want to know. We don't want someone to write porn fan fiction about Dracula.
Oh, it's already out there. Trust me.
Oh, sure.
I'm saying I've seen it. I've written it. I've read it.
I know what you mean.
But what is it? There's a rule.
All right, go on.
Oh, hang on.
I need to share that one that I found with a guy reading out the Twilight fan fiction. Oh my God, it's hilarious. Twillington, and he reads it exactly how it's written, and the guy, whoever wrote it, can't spell. It's hilarious.
Hang on, let me find it. Rule 34. People out there know exactly what I'm talking about.
All right.
So rule 34 is that anything that exists has and will be made into porn.
Okay.
And it's a whole thing. Rule 34.
All right,
if you know, you know.
I mean, there's probably an OnlyFans account for Dracula.
I mean, there probably is.
I mean, Christopher Lee in his day.
What?
Christopher Lee. Best Dracula.
Oh, I thought you were about porn. I was like, okay.
He probably did it because he had quite a life, didn't he?
Yeah, probably did.
Wasn't
he the one that was a German spy or something?
No, he was a British spy because he's British. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, anyway.
And he's one of the... He was at Rasputin's execution.
Oh, yes, you told me.
Yeah.
Wasn't he at the last... Wasn't that
the last hanging? He was at the last hanging.
Britain,
Not
yeah.
Rasputin's... It's something to do with Rasputin.
But he
I can't
attended the last hanging in England,
he attended the last...
Yeah.
No, not in England, in France.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
The last guillotining.
I don't know whether I'd want to see that. Anyway.
How in the world did that train derail?
Yeah. Porn?
Moly.
Yeah, we went from porn to beheadings.
Guillotines. Rule
I
34.
know. We went from all-female Universal Monsters house to porn to beheadings. What?
Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
like the perfect Horror Nights house.
Okay, that being said, Lee, where do you have this one?
Again, I think a lot of people are surprised at where I've got this, judging by what my 1 and 2 is, but I've got this at 3. Yeah. It makes me sound like I'm against females, because like, you love the Monsters houses and they've been so high up your list. Just because it's females, you've put them lower down. It's like, no, Monsters and Insidious just speak to me much more than this. I do think they're missing a trick. And I think you guys have talked about it on Rush, and I think we might have even broached it before, of why they're not introducing the main character from the Monsters attraction at Epic Universe into a Horror Nights house this year. I mean, me and Kelly talked about it the weekend, and she felt maybe it was because they didn't want to introduce the character from that and then this house suck. And people be like, oh, Dark Universe is going to be now.
Was that a Dracula's daughter joke?
It was. We didn't use that. That's just where I've come up there. I listened to the anthology story that the Discover Universal podcast put out, and all I could tell was the woman narrating the story was playing Saskia Van Helsing, had a British accent, but she wasn't British, because there was certain things she kept saying that kept taking me out of the story. It's like, that's not how you pronounce that word, but okay. It sounds interesting. It does have the potential to be very good, to be as good as the last 3 Monsters houses, without a doubt. And I think we talked about before, to actually have a protagonist in a house is something very rare.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of a Horror Nights house where we've had a protagonist in it.
Well,
The Last
Really
of Us
Dragons kind of had a protagonist.
Did it?
Don't you think? With Merlin?
Kind of, yeah.
Maybe. But we've got like characters hunting each other and a huntress hunting those characters. I think we talked about it when they announced this, of going back to Legends Collide, where it was the 3 of them kind of hunting each other. Whereas this one, you've got a very definite protagonist and an antagonist, which is something we haven't really seen before.
Yeah.
So, and going back to that original email where it was like only one bloodline will survive. So the potential for them to do a multiple ending thing is quite high as well.
Yeah, that is true.
So yes, it probably should be higher on my list, but I would be more excited for Monstrous and Insidious. If those 2 houses weren't there this year, this would be my number 1, no questions asked. But just purely because those 2 I'd be more excited about is why this is number 3.
Okay. That's fair. Tracy, where do you have it?
Cue Lee's reaction.
Number 10. I don't actually know what...
And I had my number 10. Anybody who has been keeping track already knows what number I've got this at.
1?
No.
I don't know what your number
My
was.
number
I can't
1
remember.
was Museum.
Was it?
Yeah. So this is my number 8.
What?
I said cue Lee's reaction. This one worries me. This is the one that worries me.
Worries you?
Yeah, they're not well-known characters.
That's not necessarily a bad thing, though.
They're not well-known characters, right? I mean, Van Helsing's daughter, I'm not au fait with Van Helsing. So I don't know whether Van Helsing has a daughter, but I have heard so many names in other fictitious things and movies and things, so that makes me think that there isn't actually a Van Helsing's daughter.
Well, it's even if you look at the Hugh Jackman film, I don't even... He's Van Helsing, but he's not Van Helsing. He's got a different name than the literature Van Helsing.
Yeah. Because it's Abraham Van Helsing.
Yes,
the literature
but that's
one.
not what he's called in that. I can't think what he's called in it.
Bride of Frankenstein, from what I remember, doesn't do a lot. She's just kind of moody. She's just a moody...
I can relate.
Yeah. Dracula's Daughter and the Monstrous Mavens, it just seems a bit generic for me, that. See, in the Dracula films, it's not really his daughters, it's his brides. So I'm still picturing that same sort of thing. I don't know, this one just concerns me a bit because it's either going to be spectacular or it's going to be a spectacular fail. Like we've seen before, I'm hoping that we have this where you get different endings. And, do you know, sometimes I hope if they do that and we get, you know, you'll see the impaled corpse of Dracula's daughter or the corpse of because she's already corpses. Yeah. Of the Bride of Krampenstein. What?
Krampenstein.
Frankenstein. But I hope that by the same token, if they go down that path, you will also see Saskia fail.
Yes.
Because protagonists don't always win.
And that's why they've said only one bloodline will survive. So I think you will see that multiple endings.
But yeah, I've got concerns over this one because sometimes the monsters' houses for me have not quite hit, but I don't know whether that's just because for some of the stories I'm too deep into them anyway. Okay. So I'm very picky.
Yeah.
Okay. But I mean, you know, these are just lists that we've made going off very basic blurb.
Very basic blurb.
And to be honest, I've done my usual thing. I've got my little pieces of paper because I have to do it all old school, and I've just been this one or that one, this one or that one, and it's like who wins, and you move up or down the ladder. That's how I've come up with this, just based off that blurb. So we shall see. I'm sure it'll all change opening week.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah,
for sure. So, shall we go down our lists just and list them so everybody knows kind of where they are?
Yep.
All right. So, Tracy, give us yours.
Are we going 1 to 10?
Starting at 10.
I start at 10. Okay.
Starting at 10, yeah.
At number 10, we have Major Sweet's Candy Factory. In at number 9, Goblin's Feast. And a new entry this week. Sorry, I've just gone old school radio DJ. Number 8, Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines. Number 7, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. 6, Triplets of Terror. 5, The Museum Deadly Exhibits. 4, Insidious The Further. 3, Slaughter Cinema 2. 2, A Quiet Place. And 1, Monstrous, The Monsters of Latin America.
Your top 3's weird. Like, I don't disagree with your number 1, but like some of the other ones are like odd. I would never in a month of Sundays have picked your top 3 in the right order.
And you know, that's because that's my list.
Wow.
All right. Let's see your Chris's. Chris's number 10, Insidious. Number 9, Monstruos. Number 8, A Quiet Place. Number 7, Major Sweets Candy Factory. Number 6, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Number 5, Triplets of Terror. Number 4, Museum Deadly Exhibit. Number 3, Goblin's Feast. Number 2, Universal Monsters. And number 1, Slaughter Cinema 2.
Weird.
I know. I think so too.
Just because it's not your list.
Chris's is the weirdest one.
I'm intro.
Okay, and then I'll Lee, go ahead and do yours.
At 10, I've got Goblin's Feast. At 9, Major Sweets Candy Factory. At 8, Triplets of Terror. At 7, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. At 6, Slaughter Cinema 2. At 5, A Quiet Place. Number 4, The Museum Deadly Exhibits. Number 3, Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines. Number 2, Monstrous, The Monsters of Latin America. And number 1, Insidious The Further.
God, that's so weird.
We all think each other's is weird. That's great.
I don't give a I'm just giving back what he deals out.
I think anyone that knows me would have been able to pick my list fairly closely.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know. I think I would have gotten it wrong.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, and then for mine, I've got number 10, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Number 9, Goblin's Feast. Number 8, Triplets of Terror. Number 7, Major Sweets Candy Factory. Number 6, Monstruos. Number 5, Slaughter Cinema 2. Number 4, Museum Deadly Exhibit. Number 3, Insidious. Number 2, Universal Monsters. And number 1, A Quiet Place.
Interesting.
So we're all over the place.
Yeah.
There's only a couple that we've got in like the same spot.
Yeah.
But then a few there where we were kind of hovering around the same number. But then, like, look, me and Chris, with me having Insidious as my number 1 and him having it as his number 10, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We all have Ghostbusters fairly low. We all have Major Sweets fairly low.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Interesting.
All the rest are all over the place. Well, museum, me, Chris, and Lee all have that as number 4.
Yes.
You're all wrong.
I hope so. I hope they're all number 1.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that would be...
Absolutely.
Can you imagine a year? Like, usually, like last year, I was like, from first walkthrough, Monsters number 1, I was like, that was phenomenal. And then the more I went through Blood Moon, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. And then the year before, it was Chupacabra, Halloween, and Dead Man's Pier kind of fought. But can you imagine a year where all 10 houses were that good that you were like, I genuinely don't know which one to put as my number 1?
Not this year, please, though.
No, not this year.
That would be
Not this year,
so
please.
amazing, though.
Because it's rare, isn't it? You can usually group them into like, there's 2 or 3 that you're like, they're fucking awful. Like, just put them down the bottom. And then there's like the middle block and then the top 3.
But it's also personal taste as well.
Of course
What
it
one
is.
person loves, another person hates, which is why they have such a variety of stuff.
Well, there tends to be at least one house that is pretty obviously the bottom, like Chucky.
Chucky,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
Chucky
Heaven.
Chucky last year was far and away the worst house last year.
My God,
And where
it
was
so
Chucky
bad.
based?
Fast and Furious.
There you go. It's the curse of that.
It'd be interesting.
Right.
It'd be interesting to see what house is there this year. Let me have a look.
Yeah, what was it?
I'm just going to have a look on our Instagram.
It's Major Suites,
I was
isn't
going to
it?
say, isn't it Major Suites? My number 10.
Yeah, it's Major Suites.
Calling it.
Interesting.
So was it
Yeah.
your number 9?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I like to get our listeners to send their rankings in every year. So
Yeah.
you get a decent cross-section of people. You can't argue where those houses land because it reaches, having done that for like 4 or 5 years at this point, you get once you get past about 20, 25 people sending their lists in, where they are is generally where they stay at that point.
Yeah.
And you can't argue with that. I have, because I don't like where certain people have certain houses, but as a rule, at that point, that's where they deserve to be. When so many people have voted and they're in the spot that they are, you can't really argue with that. So it's interesting, especially like you say, it's very much personal preference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very much.
Cool. I'm looking forward to doing it this year because it is going to be different for us because we'll be able to actually take that. I don't take those houses in much at all, to be fair. I don't know what the hell goes on, but being able to sit and watch it on TV is going to be a very different experience for us ranking those houses this year. And to be fair, for you, Michelle, it's going to be different because you're going to get to experience those houses like you've never experienced them before this year.
I know. I'm so excited.
But that's really going to change your opinion. You're going to do that on your first night and then go through with all the sweaty masses, and it's going to be a very different experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm honestly with our frequent fear passes. So we're doing the premium Scream, and then we're doing multiple nights without Express or anything.
Wow.
And then we're also doing my agency is also doing a private RIP. So I literally get to like experience the
Everything.
gamut.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to try multiple different stay-in Screams this year because I figured out last night during our recording of the UUOP Network podcast that I think have been doing stay-in Scream incorrectly. So I'm doing a lot of experimenting this time, which I'm excited about.
Well, because you weren't here last week, apparently all the rumours are that there will only be 2 stay-in Scream locations this year.
Holy mackerel. How is that possible?
Apparently the Central Park one is not getting used this year. So, yes, that's going to be very interesting.
Well, that one, didn't that just feed? That one just fed into Springfield.
Yeah, but apparently, so they're only going to be doing... I don't know. Seth mentioned on Little Things last week that, and I've heard the rumor as well, that there's only going to be 2 this year.
Dang. Okay. Well, I will be covering all the things, so stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
And that being said, with just a few days left before the event, make sure you go over to Russia Fear Social at Russia Fear Pod on Instagram and grab the templates for both the hype lists.
I love
and
them.
also there's a ticker on there so that for those of you who would go multiple times, start keeping track of like how many times you went through each house. So yeah, there's the hype list for the scare zones as well as the the houses for both Orlando and for Hollywood, and then there's the tracker for each destination as well. So
they're
download
really
those
good.
and use them.
Yeah, they're really good. We used them last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Very, very, very cool. And then, of course, take it a step further and share them back with us on Rush of Fear Pod at our socials, and we'll add them to our stories.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
And then once you start going again, send your rankings into us at podcast@uopodcast.com, your 10 houses. But only if, I'm going to put a stipulation on this, because people send in where they've only done like 9 of the houses or 8 of the houses, and it just my them up completely. So only if you've done all 10, please.
Yeah. And Tasty Universe is going to be covering all the food as well, and I'm sure we'll come up with some little fun things for socials.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
it's going to be good, because we're going to have with having the 3 shows now, we're going to have some great coverage.
Absolutely.
we are for sure. And then, of course, we'll be putting out our foodie guide this year with Rush of Fear as well.
Awesome.
So, and then also the first 50 subscribers of our Rush of Fear Society get that foodie guide for free. So hopefully they've announced the dang food menus very soon so that we can get those printed. But lots of exciting stuff. I'm so excited.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that is going to wrap up the podcast. Don't forget, we want you to let us know how bad Fast and Furious Supercharged is, as well as which stick gets your lick recordings. Send them to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. Until next week, bye.
Are you insane? Get out of here. The curse, it's real. The podcast is over. So, the Magi want you to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. For all the podcast news and articles, check out our blog at uuopodcast.com. Contact us by emailing us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And if you want to join the Producers Club, email us at uuopproducers@gmail.com. Silence! With your subscriptions, we shall rule for all eternity. Listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Not even the Magi can save you now. There is no escape. Your end shall be my beginning. Prepare yourself for your next trip by emailing Michelle at portkeyvacations.com. She can take care of all aspects of your next Universal Orlando vacation. We hope you enjoyed your podcast. Please remain seated and keep your arms and legs inside the prepare to forfeit your souls. Check out the other podcasts on the UUOP network. Rush of Fear, Halloween Horror Nights podcast, the theme park duo for all your West Coast news and info, the Taste of Universal, Universal Orlando Food podcast, and the newest podcast on the network, the Portkey Passport, our Disney-centric podcast. So hey, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. I would have enjoyed this podcast a lot more if I had gotten my cup of coffee.